It is top of the hour, 2 p.m. Eastern, and I am live here in Entrepreneurs with Terry Levine, our Facebook community of, my goodness, we have almost 6,500 amazing entrepreneurs from all over the world. And this is probably the most important live that I have done. And you really want to pay a lot of attention to this. So tune in, stop all other distractions, close all the scrolling on Facebook and email and text alerts and notifications and all of that good stuff that you typically have. Hey there, Ken. Good to be with you. Ken is always first one in the house. When you come in, give StreamYard permission so I know who I'm commenting to, because I will be commenting back to you. Hi, Dr. Polly. So do let me know who's here, and when I am beginning the interaction in less than 13 seconds, you may also ask questions, and I will look at them when I can. Hi, Regina. All right, we are going to literally jump right in. Let's talk about Facebook for just a moment with a little perspective. Hi, Denise. Good to see you. Good to have you. All right, let's just do some, basic Facebook knowledge. Facebook is the world's largest social media site, which is why when it went down yesterday, the entire world was freaking out, right? And it can be a goldmine for anyone who provides transformation. You could be a coach, a consultant, advisor, a health and wellness practitioner. You could be a therapist. You can be a course creator, a content creator, an internet marketer. If you know how to use it. I'm going to teach things today that I have never, ever taught, a lot of secret proprietary things. And I'm going to reveal my entire Heartrepreneur Facebook system, which is the system we use here at Heartrepreneurs. So you're going to learn three major things today. First, you'll learn the very best way to use your Facebook. Second, and really want to talk about how to use your Facebook page to interact and engage with prospects and clients. Second, you're going to learn probably a dozen of my best free promotion strategies to build your business organically. And third, I'm literally going to give you my crash course in getting started on Facebook ads for about $1 a day. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about being proactive because you want to be proactively attracting new clients. That, my friend, is the key to a successful business. Facebook user who says, hello, Heartrepreneur family, I'd love to know who you are. You just have to give StreamYard permission. Good to have you. So proactively attracting new clients is important. And when you have a consistent flow of leads, there's three benefits. Thank you for taking notes, Velma. The most obvious benefit is you can grow your business to whatever size you want. Second is when you have more inquiries than you even have space for, then you can raise your rates and you do not need to work more hours. And third, when you have higher rates, you can attract and you can actually keep a higher quality client. And yes, Velma, it worked. And so when you attract and keep a higher quality client because you've increased your rates, then you create better transformations, even higher quality transformations, and you'll have more joy in your own business. Okay. Thank you, Velma, for giving people the link so that they can give permission. All right. So let me just ask, does anyone want those benefits? Because if those are the things that you came for, then I do want to help you learn. So I'm guessing some of you want that. Now, who is this live presentation for? Well, there's a couple ways this live will serve you. Number one, it is for anyone who, Velma's like, yes, who is a coach, consultant, advisor, health and wellness professional, therapist. Hi, David. Good to have you. Anyone who creates any kind of a transformation. And if you own a small business, it's for you. If you're a startup, it's for you. If you don't have any employees or anybody else working in your business, it's for you. It's what I use personally. So you can use it personally, or you can actually show what I'm teaching you, and I'll show you how to do that to someone on your team. One of my clients is a life coach. She owns her own business. She has no employees. She has no other coaches. And she works with around 100 clients a week. It might sound crazy to you. She does that through group coaching. Another one of my client family members used part of the profits from her business to hire a part-time assistant who then handles things like invoicing, planning, admin, communication, social media posting. And that VA, virtual assistant, saves my client around 20 to 30 hours of work per month. So you might want to think about that. It doesn't matter if you don't own small, if you didn't just start out, if you maybe own a mid-sized business or a large size. This will be important to educate you on how to use social media more effectively. Then you can assign your team member to come join our group here at Entrepreneurs with Terry Levine. They can watch the live and they can implement all of the strategies and tactics that I'm teaching here today in this Facebook Live. Now, just very quickly, over the past several years, I have helped about 6,000, I think we did this the other day, 6,275 over the 30 years or so I've been doing this. Yep, implement, thank you. Coaches, therapists, consultants, course creators, internet marketers, health and wellness professionals, anyone who provides real transformation. That's who I have helped over these decades with their business, marketing, and their growth. Several large businesses actually have me on their team. I am their marketing consultant, their strategic advisor. I work directly with the owner or the team, and I show them how to implement and use effectively the same kind of strategies that I'm going to teach you here, as of course, as well as some advanced strategies. So right before we begin, let me just very quickly tell you how this all came to be, because I actually do think this is relevant and important. This is how I kind of developed what I'm going to share with you. I began business coaching and consulting in February of 2000, and I was very naive. I already owned many successful businesses, so I knew a lot about business, sales, marketing. And so I got 30 clients in 30 days in my coaching and consulting business. Well, about 9 months later, I added people to my company, to my coaching and consulting team. At the time, I had several websites. I had a coach training school. And here's what I did. I've never revealed this, so listen up. I sent letters, mailers, postcards to folks. I added 200 new clients on average a month. Okay. And I couldn't work with all those people. So that's when I created a team and brought on other coaches and consultants. Now, by using the right letters, the right postcards, the right mailers, which I give away to my students at themoderncoachingmethod.com, I literally doubled my income. So I started in February, and by summer, I had doubled my income in just a few months. So then I did another postcard campaign, and within about 3 more months, I doubled my income again. Okay. And at that time, thank you very much for putting the link in there, Velma. I was personally, and I don't recommend that you do this, but I was seeing over 50 clients a week or speaking with them. And the problem was I couldn't fit in everyone who was contacting me. Now, in a 2-year period, I spent, I think, around $5,000–6,000 in advertising fees. And I think we, typically send things to about 6,000 people, and I would have around 300 of those people raise their hands. Now, over the course of those 2 years where I did this strategy, 600 people contacted me, and all of those contacts came through this advertising. Okay, now let's fast forward to today and what I'm going to teach you. So since 2001, I started in 2000. In 2001, my business has reached approximately 15,000 to 25,000 new people every year at a fraction of that cost. My online advertising efforts have resulted in about 5,500 contacts per year. So how? And that's what we're here for. Marketing online, which didn't exist in 2000 when I started. And when you really see what I'm doing here, and you see that, no, I didn't have to send out marketing and advertising, and now how much easier it is. So if you go back, the way I first started was traditional marketing. We didn't have social media. And so the number of unique impressions that I would get for like $6,000 would be, I'd reach about 6,000 people through my letters, my postcards. And, the cost per lead was probably around $150. Now on online marketing, I spend less than $1,200 a month. I recently reached over 19,000 people, had about 200 new contacts, and the cost of my leads can range from $9 to $12. So let me go right to the bottom line. Traditional marketing, if you look at those two models, was not as effective as online advertising, Facebook in particular. The total cost for online ads actually are a fraction of what the print cost me. Now, people who see ads on Facebook, it's different than getting a letter because they see them multiple times. And I can also precisely reach and manage people, and my cost per lead goes down. So let me be very clear. Facebook was a big part of my online advertising push. And right now, today, I drive traffic from Facebook to my masterclass at moderncoachingmethod.com, which Velma had lovely put up for you. Okay. My client family members like Denise and Velma and Regina and many of my other client family members, what they do is they drive people to their automated webinars and or to their consumer awareness guides. In the Facebook group, Entrepreneurs with Terry Levine, there's consumer awareness guide template right in the file section. All right, so let me tell you what you're going to learn here on the live today. I'm going to break this live into 3 sections. So I think of it as beginner, intermediate, advanced, and also moving from organic to paid. If you're a startup, if you're a smaller business, only use the strategies in part 1 and 2. Okay, you still want to know part 3, don't need to use them. And then you'll be set to really grow your business. If you're a larger business, you're also going to need to use the strategies in part 3, okay? Or work with a marketing professional like me who can help you get hundreds of leads per year. So let's talk about the first part. And the first part, here's what I'm going to cover. First of all, I'm going to cover the mistakes that about 99% of entrepreneurs make on Facebook and how you can avoid them. Second, I'm going to tell you how to correctly make sure that your Facebook page is set up right. So not only can you be found in Facebook, you can be found in a Google search, and most people don't do that. Third, I'm going to teach you the one that I call I could have had a V8 moment. It's a strategy to get other people to share your page over and over again. And then the last one is a secret technique. It's only a tiny fraction of entrepreneurs use their page right. And I'll show you how to instantly use your page right and build your credibility. Let me tell you what's coming in the second part so you know what that is. First, I'm going to teach you the one thing that you absolutely must do that will probably increase your chances of getting clients through your Facebook page, probably by at least, 10% or 100%, seriously. And almost no entrepreneurs know it or use it. Second, I'm going to show you how to use your Facebook page to get free traffic to your landing page, your consumer awareness guide, your automated webinar, your website. And third, I'm going to teach you how to take your Facebook page to stimulate word of mouth, which is the most trusted form of advertising and, of course, the least salesy. Part 3, I'll show you when to start using Facebook ads platform. You have to use it at the right time in your business. 2, why you should never, please hear me, use the boost post button ever. Instead of doing that, you may as well reach in your pocket, take out a $100 bill and just go to your toilet and flush it because that's what you're doing. And third, I'm going to give you like a little tutorial on how to use Facebook ads platform so that you can get started quick in less than an hour. And then finally, I'm going to teach you a little secret of how to make a really great ad that will attract a lot of people to your business. Okay, let's dig in. Let's talk about the quick history of online marketing and really listen because you should care about this. This is actually important or I wouldn't spend time going over it and teaching it. It is relevant and it is important. Online marketing is a game changer. It helps every one of you in your business. And it is the greatest benefit for business owners, people like you You, like me, why? Digital marketing has lowered the cost of advertising, which makes the playing field more even. It means that even a small business, even a startup, can get a bigger bite of the apple. It makes it possible for forward-thinking entrepreneurs like you to build a business that, literally would have been impossible to do when I started about 30 years ago. So how? Well, the first companies that used the internet like I did, we had a distinct advantage. We had very little competition online years ago. So we kind of, cleaned the clocks of all of our competitors, so to speak. It was really easy to do. The costs were low and the profit margins were higher. Well, things come to an end. Profitable businesses have seen their advertising rates jump anywhere from probably 3 times to 20 times over the past 15 years or so. However, that's not been true for those of us in the transformation business. Happy about that? I am. Our industry's advertising rates have actually risen a bit slower than other industries. Why? Because few people in our industry really take advantage of what I'm going to teach you. And this is good news because the lack of participation has kept the bid prices very low. Oh, good to have you. Yay. I love when new people show up and play with us. It's kept the bid price very low on transformation related keywords and on ad. You, my friend, have a huge opportunity if you really want to grow your business. So let me ask you, are you very serious about growing your business, or if you're new, launching your business? Because what I'll show you now is how to do it at the fraction of a cost that it would take for someone to do it, okay? And on top of that, you have a distinct advantage as a coach, consultant, health and wellness service provider, advisor, course creator, internet marketer, anyone who creates transformation. You are in an educational business, and people are today actively seeking information, transformation, and education. So there are tactics that you can use and I can use in my business that other businesses can't, and we could do it low and no cost. Heshi Siegel, my dear friend, mwah, love you. I hope you are well. I'm glad you're here. All right, so does this excite you? Is anyone excited about what I'm going to teach? Is your mind already racing with possibilities? Is anyone experiencing a mindset shift? Now, I'm going to give you one note as we start part one. Yeah, I love you, David. I will tell you that it has been about 7 years since I originally started teaching this information. And our industry of transformation still hasn't fully adopted. I love this. I'm bringing it on. Here we go, John. And really, every month, I am approached by small businesses, mid-size, as well as large-size companies that want to take advantage of modern marketing and advertising techniques. These opportunities still exist and people just don't know. And by the way, if you do want more information on how to take advantage or how to work with me directly, just go over to moderncoachingmethod.com. All right, now let's give you a quick crash course in some marketing theory. One last thing before I teach you part one, attracting clients through Facebook. There are a few mindsets that you have to have if you want to grow your business. And I've done a lot of videos on this. If you go to my, thank you, Velma, if you go over to Modern Coaching Method, you'll see some of them. If you go to my YouTube channel, Velma might have the link for that. You can see more. And here in the Facebook group, Entrepreneurs with Terry Levine, just look under the videos. However, I'm going to give you a 2-minute version here anyway. 3 points. Ready? Point number 1. Your number 1 marketing goal is to get people to do something. Call to action. Now, we're not trying to get our name out there. We're not Coca-Cola. We're not Nike. We're not looking to brand and get people to remember us. We don't have the budget Apple has. That does not work in small business. And anyone that's in small business telling me they're spending money on branding, I'm going to tell them that is a waste of your money. I've spent 0 on branding, 0. Number 2, if your goal, like me, is to get people to take action, then you have to do something that inspires people to take action. If you want to help people, if you really create transformation, you have to really inspire people. There's my YouTube link. Thanks, Velma. Inspire people. And how do you inspire them? You get them to see a different vision of their future. That's what transformation is. And I'm going to say, I'll teach you how to do it in a few minutes. It's not a small task. There's not a prospect on earth that is going to tune you out when you're painting a picture of their happier, brighter, more successful future. Okay. Number 3, our big tool in marketing is not being cutesy, using jargon or catchphrases. This is a writer downer. It is using the power of storytelling. Now, whenever I have a new contact or someone introduced me or my team learns about someone, within 5 minutes, we literally find that they are pretty sold on coming on board and working with me. Why? They're transfixed. They're stimulated by a new and exciting vision of what their business can be. And then once a prospect has even asked whatever the investment is, my team tells me all the time, oh, I thought it would be a lot more. That's what our prospects say. Our Facebook user who loves it, I love your comment. And if you give StreamYard permission, I could see it. So that is the power of marketing correctly, right? Having your folks also say, oh my gosh, I thought it would be more. Now, I know there's a lot of books out there on marketing and a lot of courses out there on marketing and blogs. Thanks, Heshi. Awesome. That, there's all kinds of things that are done. Exactly. Story. It's all about story. However, these books and all of this stuff is very general advice. Most courses, most programs, most content that I've seen is really general advice, like, oh, you need a Facebook page, or, oh, put a good picture of yourself on Facebook. Well, to my knowledge, and I've done a lot of hunting on this, there are very few resources that link how you transform people, because you're in the business of transformation, and how you tell the world about your business, okay? These are not separate topics. Please hear me. These are not separate topics. They are interconnected. And when you capture the power, the mystery, the beauty of the transformation that you help people with the stories that you share with prospective clients, you will attract the very best clients to your business. So this live is not, oh, here's another tactical training, find more clients. It's not that. This live is about actually, oh, Lexi, it's you. Hello, my friend. Glad you gave your name. It literally, this live is not how to find more clients. It's about a system. I'm going to give you a system that elevates your business and transformation literally in the minds of your customers, your clients, your prospective clients, and at the same time has you creating a very powerful way of engaging and transforming people. So let me ask you, does your business suffer from any of these problems? These are the usual ones that people tell me about. Late payments, lack of the client actually taking the action to get results, constant cancellations or rescheduling, or your clients have other priorities over what they hired you for, their health, their wellness, their relationships, their business. Well, you can watch each of these problems magically disappear when you attract people that have bought into your vision. And then you get to enjoy working with people who have made transformation a high priority. And everything begins with the stories that you tell. And by the way, the stories that you tell, that is marketing. Okay, here we are at part 1. Facebook basics. So the most important part of my job, said Eben Pagan, who's an amazing internet and digital marketer, the most important part of my job is to get you outside of your comfort zone, to get you outside of your customer zone. Really, really important, okay? This is number 2, Heshi, from Regina. Now, every business should have 2 things, a website and a Facebook page. And I'll get into this in just a moment. Both are essential. Great notes here. Thanks, Heshi. Thanks, Velma. I got the best folks here. If I were to consult with you as a business owner on where to begin, I suggest you actually start with a Facebook page before a website. And that's not what a lot of people will tell you. I will tell you that. It's much easier to put up than a website. It's easier to update. It exists in a place where your customers are. Probably 95% of your prospects are already there. They're not on your website. And that's why people can't get people to go to their websites. Okay, that's the biggest problem. And Facebook can outperform all of the functions that a website can actually perform. Okay. Honestly, you could set this up in an afternoon, and setting up a website takes a bit of time. I have a lot of trainings on setting up websites, and you can look at, again, the YouTube channel for those. So why do you need to have a Facebook business page? Okay. Facebook has a goal to make Facebook a place where people will stay. They will come and visit, they will stay. And they do a really good job of this. Okay, Facebook has the average user on their site 30 minutes a day. You're not going to get people on your website 30 minutes a day. Facebook also has 70% of their users logging in more than once a day. You're not going to have that on your website. And most users come 4 to 5 times a day. So to make Facebook really work, Facebook created all kinds of different pages. You have a Facebook personal profile. Mine is the Terry Levine. There are Facebook pages meant for businesses and brands, which is Entrepreneur Terry Levine. And then there's groups meant for communities, which is a Facebook group, Entrepreneurs with Terry Levine. We're only going to focus on one thing in this live, and that is your business page. Okay, so let me tell you how to create your business page the right way. I'm aware some of you might already have one, some may not. If you don't have one, Facebook has like the best little tutorial. And it takes about 20 minutes to set up your page. Just simply go to Facebook, Google this. It's Facebook's official page on business pages. Facebook's official page on business pages. Don't you dare leave and Google it now. Stay right here. And if you don't have a Facebook business page, this is the first step that you're going to want to take. There is no time like the present for implementers. Now, what I do want to say as we're having this chat, and I will probably remind you of this a couple of times, if you're really serious about working with me on your business and adding an extra $100,000 to your business, then definitely you want to go to moderncoachingmethod.com to learn more about how to get that done and what that looks like. Okay, now I'm going to teach you about EdgeRank. EdgeRank is Facebook's, I'll call it a secret algorithm, because actually most people don't know it, don't understand it, and they sadly do not use it. Okay, thanks again, Velma. That's the link to find out more. Now that you set up your Facebook business page, let me explain how it really works, which most people don't tell you. Most people will have over 500 friends. So let's just imagine you have 500 friends. What if every one of your friends once a day posted an update or posted a picture? You'd never get through your Facebook page. It would just never happen. It would be crazy. So it turns out that most people on average post 3 new pieces of content on average on Facebook every day. And that doesn't include the posts of groups, companies, games that you like, or anything like that. Or, you may have an annoying friend like I have had in the past that posts 20 times a day, their political views or whatever it might be. Okay. Well, as Facebook users base grew and grew and grew, they had to make Facebook even more relevant, more fun, and more usable. And that's exactly what they did, because remember, Facebook's job is to keep people on their site. So EdgeRank does 2 things. I'm going to make this really simple. I'm not going to go through complicated algorithms because I study those because I'm nerdy. Number 1, it watches how you personally surf Facebook. And number 2, it watches how other people interact with what you put on Facebook. Then with that information, the algorithm prioritizes what you'll be seeing. So if you constantly comment on your best friend's pictures or you tag them in pictures, Facebook goes, oh, Terry and her best friend Sherry like each other, and they comment and they share a lot, and it starts showing a lot of Sherry to me. And I'll see more of Sherry than somebody else. If I am constantly on a group or posting in a group, Facebook will put that in, right? However, pay attention. Facebook watches everything you put, your status updates, your photos, your videos. And if it says these people are connecting with them, it shows it to those people. And after a while, if other people aren't connecting with them, it literally says, I'm not going to show it to these people ever again. So have you ever posted on something on Facebook that got a lot of likes, comments, and shares, like really fast? I have. EdgeRank then says, ooh, Terry posted something people really like. We're going to show it to more people. So recently, and some of you are my Facebook friends on facebook.com/TerryLevine, I posted a photo of my husband and I. We're out celebrating. It attracted a ton of attention. So what happened? EdgeRank started showing that to tons more people on my friends list who usually don't see my posts. It got over 500 likes, and I have about 5,000 friends and followers on Facebook, okay? So it's kind of fascinating when you really stop and you think about it. So why am I teaching you the algorithm? Well, these rules apply to your business page as well. What does this mean for your business? What you put on your Facebook business page needs to be high value and high quality. Think about it, my friend. It's social media. Facebook's original intent was for users to show what they are doing. That's a writer downer. So that is exactly what you are going to do. You are going to show current clients and prospective clients what's going on in your business. Write that down. Thank you, Heshi. I appreciate that so much. So this is great news. This is really great news because the strategy I'm going to reveal to you fulfills several very important marketing criteria. Number one, your posts are going to gather likes and shares. Number two, you're going to do it in an organic way. And number three, you're going to add real value to both your current client family members and your future client family members, all while doing one thing, telling your business's story. So let me reveal the strategy on how to get hundreds of clients with Facebook. Okay. Think about your prospects for a minute. What's important to them? Also, what's important to you? Think about your clients. What's important to your clients? Really think about this for a moment because you have a choice to make when you're marketing and promoting your business. You can focus on yourself, ego. You can focus on your business or you can focus on your clients. It is best to focus on your clients. I call them my client family members. Why? People are self-interested and you have to cut through their boredom filters or their downtime of just scrolling. Attention is a currency these days. People are very busy and distracted, and you literally have to earn their focus and their interest. So how do we do it? Well, is there something that's happening in the life of your business that's celebration worthy? Is there something that's happening in your business that lends itself to sharing on Facebook? Is there something visual and momentous going on in your business? I submit to you, yes, there is every single day. There are nothing more exciting, for example, in my business, when a new client signs up or when a client has achieved a goal or a transformation. So here is the strategy. I literally am going to give you the whole entrepreneur strategy, soup to nuts. Step one, when this is called the tell your story. When a client accomplishes a goal, ask them for a photo or get on Zoom, take their photo, or if it's in person, take their photo. And of course, big smiles, we need those. And anytime a new client family member comes in, grab their photo. Okay, why? Well, step two, once you've taken their picture, you can make it look very professional. Now, I've used a lot of apps. I'm not a photographer. I have a couple that are above the crowd. There is one called V as in Victor, S as in Sally, C as in company, and the letter O, VSCO, VSCO Cam. And here's what I like about it. It's simple and easy to use, super simple and easy to use. And it allows you to touch up photos. You can apply a bright and cheery filter. It's called the C2 filter. And then I also import the pictures into another app, and that is called TYPIC, Typic Pro. And that's where I put the text in. I've never shared any of this. You're getting all of my secrets here today. Now, let's say that you already have, thanks Heshi, a favorite photo editing app. Or let's say you like to play with design and color. Just play around. Find settings that you actually love. Don't forget, this is part of your business's story. Have fun with it. Add your own personal touch, creativity to every picture. Now, if I were you, I would avoid the filters that are like built into Instagram and Facebook. Use filters that won't draw attention to the picture. You want to draw attention to the client's face, okay? Step 3. Once you've finished editing the photos, upload them over to Facebook and write a special and unique note on the status update. Talk about the client's personality or something funny they said recently. Just the other day, I was talking to a client and I said, "What's your favorite song?" And without a beat, she went, "Living on a Prayer. My whole life has been living on a prayer." So I totally knew what I was going to do for her Facebook or Instagram post, okay? I have examples of clients who finished and accomplished goals. When you go over to moderncoachingmethod.com, you'll see some, but let me share actually one with you, which is there was a post that got literally tremendous reach. Why? I did a post with my client, and then my client shared, pay attention, this is so important, shared the post on his Facebook page. 1,500 people not connected to Terry Levine, not connected to Heartrepreneur, saw the post when he shared it. I received 2 inquiries about consulting with me when that post went live because he shared it. You love that, Alexi? Living on a prayer. Now, later in this live, stay with me, I will show you a way to get this kind of engagement on every post that you upload to Facebook. It's not hard, and it's just going to take some effort. Let me give you just one quick pro tip. The highest engagement levels, remember that is important for EdgeRank, come from when you upload photos at a time when people are most likely to make comments, okay? And according to social media, this is when it is. It's around 11:30 or 7 p.m. on weekdays. And they also do recommend 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings. Other than 10 a.m. Saturday mornings, do not post on weekends because you will not get a lot. When I make a post, I do an authentic personal result with it. So, let's just say you start this picture taking and you're doing a good job of picture taking and you start telling your business's stories through pictures, you're gaining credibility. You're gaining credibility. People are seeing these images and you're using a medium that lends to visuals. Facebook is about visuals and you're telling your business's story. So imagine what a potential client will see when they see these posts. Instead of rates and policies and location and blah, blah, blah. No, it's images and images that project to those potential clients. They could vicariously live through these other clients, okay? They see somebody else achieving a goal that they want. It kind of sets an expectation. It normalizes a result. It builds a sense of community within your company. Clients begin to see this activity as different. It has a lot more weight. It's more important. And they also see that you actually care about people in your niche. As entrepreneurs, we certainly do care, right? And they don't see this kind of effort put in by the average, whatever you do, coach, consultant, advisor, health and wellness, internet marketer, whatever you do. And they don't see people highlighting their clients. They see people, me, I. Please do not underestimate the subtle messages that these images have on the subconscious mind. So don't forget, you can also use Very important. You can also use video. Video is super important. By the way, just use your smartphone and upload directly from a smartphone. You don't need fancy video recording. A lot of people are complicating things. Just pull your phone out. Here it is. Hit record. That's it. No fancy apps. Upload directly to Facebook. I've been doing this since the inception of video on Facebook. And at a certain point, I started making custom thumbnails. You don't even need that. Now, this question comes up from people. Well, will my clients mind if I use these pictures? Is it okay to post without permission? And my answer is no, hello, of course not. So a couple of things. Number one, when your clients come on board, you can have an onboarding that says, I give permission to use my videos. Some of my clients, actually most of them, use an app with me, and the app has that built in where it says we can use your videos. If there's something, really personal, I'll ask a client. So if you didn't have a client sign up for email or agree, just send a quick email like, hey, Heshi, I meant to ask you something. Whenever a client reaches a goal, I love to share on my Facebook. I call it my wall of fame. And here, you can click here and see my Facebook business page and how I do that. So because it's the first time I want to share your win, can I do that for you? Okay, and if the client says yes, you're all set. In my experience, like 100% of the people I've asked, I believe, have said yes. Okay. And I let clients know when they come on board, well, I'm going to be marketing you. I'm literally going to share your business on my Facebook page. Okay. And they get excited about that. They really like that. Heshi's like, yes, right. All in on that. And right. Can I share your win? Clients like that. And so it's normal for them to say yes. If you want a release template, they're called media releases. Just Google media release. There's tons of them out there. Okay, now what about other types of posts? Now, I am not a fan of posting cutesy images or funny memes regularly. I've tried those kinds of posts. I've watched other people do it on Facebook. They don't get a lot of engagement. A client focused gives you the most engagement, and it's much better suited for your Facebook business page. Oh, don't forget, if you are constantly posting things that do not get high engagement, Facebook punishes your business page. They stop showing your page. So stay away from those. Bonus tip. Anybody want to supercharge this strategy? All right. So you put in time to creating photos. You want to enhance your creativity and do even better. Let me show you how to do that. There's a couple more things that will enhance this strategy. Number one, name your Facebook wall. Okay. There's a Brazilian, Paolo Freire, I believe his name is. Alexi is in. That says when you name things, it makes them more powerful and it changes their position. So I used to use this strategy where I began calling my Facebook page my client success page, right? And I use that only in conversations with prospective clients. I used it with client family members. I said, hey, this is something special. This is not just me oversharing on social media. It's a momentous and special occasion celebrating you when you reach a goal. And, I think that's been a very influential tactic because naming is extremely powerful. So there's another bonus tactic. Next thing I want to say is get clients engaged. Okay. Write a post of your client's success. And then, this is what most people miss, ask them to share your page, okay? That is why my posts end up getting a lot of engagement. After posting, I may send you an email and I may say, hey, Velma, could you do me a favor? Could you go ahead, and I just posted about your success, could you go ahead and share your celebration on your page? And then I put a link to the post. And it's a direct ask, okay? I tell clients, please like the post, please write a comment, and please share it on your own personal page. Now, most of my client family members do that. And then I start receiving comments on the post from people I don't know, their friends, their clients, their family. And several times people will say directly in the post, who is your business consultant? Who helped you achieve that goal? I had a post recently that reached 1,972 people in just 2 days. And it gathered about 98 likes, comments, and shares. And a big part of that reach, when I went to look at it, was the sharing that people did on their own wall. Now, I recommend that you use this strategy on your onboarding process. You're probably familiar with social proof, right? So Robert Cialdini, he wrote the book Influence. Hey there, Robert, good to have you. And he also wrote the foreword to Sell Without Selling, Lessons from the Jungle for Sales Success, one of my books. But his book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, Cialdini, he identifies psychological triggers that motivate people to take an action. And one of the biggest triggers is called social proof, okay? This is covered, by the way, in great detail in my best-selling book, The Conversion Equation. I teach you exactly how to do it in The Conversion Equation. We teach people how to take action. So picture this. You're driving across country. Maybe you're going on a wonderful vacation to visit relatives. And at dinner time, you come to a small town and you don't know where to eat. Never been here. On one side of the road is a mom and pop restaurant, and on the other side there's a mom and pop. They're not a chain. You don't know which restaurant to go to. Which restaurant do you think I should choose? Which has the best food? I don't know. And so what actually happens is, if there is any form of social proof, that's the one you will pick. Now, most of my new prospects actually contact me through a questionnaire that we have at moderncoachingmethod.com. And when they go through the questionnaire, and by the way, just so you know, you might want to look at that questionnaire. I have spent a lot of time making that the right kind of a questionnaire. I spent over a year testing and refining it, and it motivates clients to actually book a call, or prospects. And then we help people and we show people on moderncoachingmethod.com exactly how other people have gotten results. We show their case studies. We invite people to go look at my success page, my Facebook business page. We give a link to that, right? Oh, I love Natasha. She's a doll. And almost everyone clicks through. There's simple ways to measure that. People click through. Why? They want to look at the dozens of pictures of testimonials and videos and studies and smiling clients that set me or you apart in your industry, okay? So to them, you are competent at what you do. They respect you more. They view your business as special. You're not a replaceable commodity. I could just hire somebody else that looks just like you. And according to Cialdini, who I absolutely love and adore, this all happens without a conscious thought. It happens in the subconscious mind, which is way, way, way more powerful. It creates better relationships for new clients as well. So you've earned their respect by telling a powerful story with your Facebook business page, with your landing page. You can see mine at moderncoachingmethod.com, or with your website, and you can see mine at heartrepreneur.com. Those are just a few examples. These all demonstrate your value. And then you have emails and phone calls and texts and messenger and in person to continue that value. This is what attracts the best kinds of clients. You project an air of authority, and you get rid of what I call the cheapskates or the problem clients like magic. You really do. Now, let's go right away to how to win friends and Facebook followers. So on Instagram, I've got about 60,000 followers. On Facebook, I have 25,000 on my Facebook personal page. I have 5,000 friends with another about 5,000 followers. Thousands and thousands on LinkedIn. Well, I'm at my maximum on LinkedIn in terms of connections. Okay. So here's how it works. The new client signs up. I ask them to become a friend on my Facebook personal profile. Write that down. When you go into Facebook group, Heartrepreneurs with Terry Levine, it says connect with me at the Terry Levine. That's my personal page. Because when I scroll through my news feed each day, I will tell you, I don't know about you, but I would say about 50% of what I see is kind of negative. It's political, it's virus, masking, the anti-vaccine, whatever. I'm not interested, honestly, in any of that. I use Facebook to post interesting things, world events, science, education, business, life hacks. And sometimes I will take a kind of fun item from Onion or Boing Boing or Reddit just to keep things light. And of course, as I said earlier, I post pictures of my family, myself, fun things that we're doing. And of course, I return the favor because I see pictures of my clients with their families, with their kids, with their athletic abilities. Some of my clients are amazing, and I get to see what activities they have. And I have something that I get to learn about them and talk to them about. It also humanizes you with your own client family members and can increase your likability as a entrepreneur based on integrity, authenticity, and transparency. Let me give you a real pro tip here. Let's say you're uncomfortable and go, Terry, I don't want to share the details of my life. And I just think I should post my political opinions, and not naming names, yes, on who's going to see these. Okay, here's what you do. If you really do want to post political things or whatever, do what I have done. You create a list called, and in my case, I call it consulting. If you're a naturopath. If you're an internet marketer, clients, or whatever it is. All of my consulting clients are put on this list. I determine then what photo albums and what status updates they see. Okay, now if you don't know how to create a list, real quick tutorial, scroll down to friends on the left-hand side of your newsfeed, hover over the word friends, click on more. Then it'll say create list. You create a list, name your list, clients or whatever you want to call it, or friends or whatever you want to call it. And you could add or delete people from this at any time. And then you simply click the button that says create. So when I do a post, if let's say it was political, typically I would not do, let's say I did that, I would be very careful to exclude those people. Okay. All right, let's talk about next actions. There is I don't remember which university, a major university conducted a study of successful business people who made more than 250K a year. And they looked for the commonalities in those people. And they only found only one common trait. It wasn't how smart they were. It wasn't if they came from money or what degree or where they lived in the world, what race, what gender, nationality. Successful people were quick doers, implementers. Okay, hey Dee, glad you're here. Glad you're joining us. So successful people quickly create new habits, new processes whenever they learn information. So my challenge to you is to be a quick doer. Don't let being here today be intellectual stimulation and entertainment. I'm teaching you here what actually works. I've been using these strategies for a long time now. We're not like other Facebook groups. Like my page, like me on Instagram, follow me here. We are here and I am giving you true value and you don't have to pay me for it, okay? So make a checklist of the things that you have learned so far. And I'm going to make one for you at some point. If you want that in the comments today, you must comment with the word checklist and I'll know how many people want it. And if enough people want it, I will create this checklist. Now, if you're a larger company, you can take that checklist and you can give it to an assistant. So I will do it for you. I will create the entire checklist for you if enough of you ask for the checklist. Okay, that's pretty quick. I think we want checklists. Okay, so everyone who wants it, you'll have to comment and that's how I'll know who to get it to. All right, now I want to talk about de nada. So now I want to spend a moment talking about, wow, okay, checklist will be coming to everyone who's asking for it. Those watching a replay, make sure you say checklist or you will not get it. Okay, let's talk about getting traffic to your Facebook page for free. And I want you to have control of your business's future. So what would happen, let me just kind of ask you this question and ask for answers on this because this is very, very important. If you weren't relying on luck or word of mouth or anything else, what would actually happen? Oh, Valerie, glad you're here. What would actually happen? Well, when you as a business owner gain control of your flow of new leads, you gain control of your future. I'm going to say it again. When you have control of your leads, you have control of your future. I mentioned, for those of you here at the beginning, others can watch the whole thing later. I went from 30 clients in my first month in the 2000 when I began in this industry to over 200 a month from the internet alone. And the internet was barely built back in 2000, okay? I have since scaled to about 100 requests per year that I will take a look at because I'm usually filled to capacity. Oh, my Facebook user, I don't know who you are. So Velma, can you show them how to give us their name? In addition, I have gained the confidence to demand better output from my own clients. I fired clients that didn't do the work. And I began telling clients in the initial conversation, you need to be an implementer. Thanks, Velma. That's how you, Facebook user, that's how you get your name here. Now, I could not have done any of this without the certainty that I could maintain my client load. And you can do the same exact thing. Okay. So let me just go through. Yeah, I'll go through just a couple tactics. Let me do this. I think this is really important. Thanks, Alexi. Appreciate it. Once you've optimized your Facebook page and you understand the basic strategy, I want to supercharge it with you because getting more leads is the key. And I'm going to teach you traffic strategies that will definitely come in handy. So we're going to get into tactics now to get more requests for people to take the service or product that you provide. There is one caveat: don't look for a quick fix. Everybody clear? Think about this. If you're studying anatomy, you wouldn't wait till like a week before the end of the semester to say, oh, I'm going to have to go learn anatomy. You'd probably pull it off very poorly. So it's not a great strategy, certainly for school, and it's not a great strategy for what I'm teaching here. Similarly, random tactics don't work well when separated from a coherent strategy. So I'm giving you a coherent strategy. Hashi, come back to this page, look under announcements. It will be pinned and the video will sit there for you. The strategy in the first part of the live was what I call your home base, because you have to create something worth promoting before you begin promoting. Now, I want you to create a pinned post, Go to my Facebook pages, not now, later, the Terry Levine, my personal page, and my business page, Heartrepreneur Terry Levine. And you have the ability to create a post that always stays on top of your newsfeed, and they call it a pinned post. A pinned post can feature a client. It can feature an announcement. How true, Alexi. There is no magic pill. It could be used to display an inviting message. It could have a link, a contact form. It could take people to your consumer. Yeah, not everyone has that ability, so do it on your business page, Regina. You have to have enough people on your page for them to give you that traction. You could put a link to a contact form or your website, a consumer awareness guide, your automated webinar. Now, once you've done that, go to mine, model mine, right? Heartrepreneur Terry Levine and the Terry Levine. I'm going to give you the second step. Good. And model mine, Alexi, it works. Second step, promote your page or your landing page or your website to local groups. Nobody ever thinks of this, or to other groups on Facebook. How do you do it? After this live, go to Facebook, open up Facebook. I'm really serious. Let me explain this to you. Last year, I purchased, it was about $100 tool that searches Facebook advertising opportunities. And it checks hundreds of interests per second and finds low-cost opportunities. And while doing that search, I found an interesting opportunity that costs $0, and I prefer $0. Okay, in almost every city and every country, township, metropolitan area, and in almost every niche, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of online groups. There are groups, if I just look in North Wales, Pennsylvania, that focus just on my tiny little suburb here. And some of the groups can have I'm not going to share that tool because I don't recommend using it. I'm teaching you for free, Alexi. Some of the groups can have 5,000 members. There's a group that I'm in with 65,000 members. So what do I do? I have my administrative assistant compile a list of the administrators of these Facebook pages. And then I create a very polite, I use Pepper. If you don't know what Pepper is, just put Pepper in the comments. I created a polite little message asking for permission to post in the group. So it might say, hey, Alexi, I am a business consultant. Would it be okay if I occasionally post an online, sort of ad for your group every once in a while? I'm just curious. And I often get back, sure, okay, I don't have a problem with it, or send it to me first. Many of them, I mean many of them will just simply say yes. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to do it even better. Yes, I will definitely drop the Velma. If you have my Pepper link, I don't know if you do, you can drop that in. I see a lot of people don't have Pepper. Okay. So you've created your pinned posts. Now you're looking for the right groups. And by the way, some of the other things that I do is I create a link to my Facebook page in Messenger. So I do it better now. So I send a message, says, hey, David, I see you run the blah, blah, blah group. I'd be wondering if once in a while I could tell people about my business consulting services in that group. And when people say yes, a lot do not say no in the right groups. Community groups do not say no. I get about 100 a month that say yes. So you have to find the right groups. And when I started doing that, about 20% of the administrators started liking my own Facebook page. And they're usually, because they're administrators, they're pretty well connected. And they're go-getter types. There is the link for Pepper. Have Pepper. You can go at the end of this live and you can get Pepper for free using my link. Now, if you do want to work with me on your business growth, go to moderncoachingmethod.com. You can learn a lot more there. But let me now tell you, I have an exact script for getting engagement in groups. Since I've been teaching Facebook for 7 years, I've had a lot of business owners. They say, oh, I don't know what to post in a group, and I joined, I don't know what to do. Well, if you feel that you don't know what to do in a group, this tactic is for you. Okay. When posting in a group, I recommend, number one, an attractive graphic. Keep it simple. Use a picture from your Facebook business page strategy that I taught earlier. Number two, along with a picture of a successful client, you must have text in your post. So here's one that I did in a group recently. I asked Michael if it would be okay to post this here. And he said, exactly, center of influence. He said, go for it. I own a consulting business. And over the past 20 years, I've discovered something that won't come as a shock to the business owners here. People love things that feel easy. I run a unique consulting company. I make owning a successful business feel easy. Most of my clients are able to add $100,000 to their business in 6 months. If you have a coaching, consulting, healthcare, advising, or any business that provides transformation, take a look at moderncoachingmethod.com or simply direct message me here on Facebook. I make scheduling a breeze for you. Okay. Now, why is that post effective? Well, it's effective because it subtly persuades people to contact me. There's instant credibility by mentioning a little bit of background in me and my company. And it takes a perceived, sort of weakness that things are hard and turns it into a strength. And I differentiate myself from other consultants by showing authority, suggesting that my program is different from traditional consultants. And it is. You can't lie. Let me tell you, people will sniff out lies to be a heartrepreneur. I target in that the kind of prospect I'm looking for. Fun, implementers, energetic, okay, all of that. And as a bonus, I'm subtly complimenting clients who are like that using complimenting terms. And then I give people a call to actions. I instruct them to contact me. Now, this is powerful. People are lazy. They want to be led. You have to tell them what to do, exactly what to do. And finally, I close by reminding prospects that, most other coaches and consultants are a big hassle. They give you hours and hours of webinars to watch or hours of phone calls. Nope, not here. That doesn't happen here. We don't waste time and we guarantee 100K in 6 months. So it goes without saying, do the same thing in groups. So it depends what your target audience is. Divorced women, moms group, weight loss groups, men trying to find partners, people who are creating a better business. Any group that is community focused is fair game as long as you ask permission first, and the people need to be in your target audience. I will tell you, you could get a lot of mileage on this tactic alone. And literally, we're just getting started. I have more for you. Let me tell you another strategy. I have so much. Stick with me. Building trust with page likes. Now, most of my new client inquiries come from the application. So if you go to moderncoachingmethod.com, you will see it says book a call. That's an application. When people book a call, first of all, at Modern Coaching Method, people are seeing my clients who have had success reaching their goals, audios, videos, case studies. The link basically has them book a call. When they're booking a call, we suggest that they look at my Facebook business page, that they join our Heartrepreneur group, right? And whenever you go to a fan page, here's a little cool trick. Facebook shows you if any of your friends already like that page. So let's say you go to my business page, Heartrepreneur Terry Levine, and you're like, oh, I know 5 or 20 other people that have liked Terry's page. There's some credibility there. And then they're typically even reading reviews and they get excited. Now, I'm going to give you my 3-minute email that is actually going to get you page likes. All right. It's so easy and it's so ridiculous that almost nobody does this. And you need to tell people, your clients, to like your Facebook business page. My gosh, after they join your program, tell them go like my page. When you do a new client intake, tell them to go like your page. Most entrepreneurs do a bare minimum on social media. They don't use Facebook right to promote their business. They don't build value with their current clients. They haven't even asked their clients to engage with them on social media. By the way, if you're here and you haven't gone on Facebook to Heartrepreneur Terry Levine and like the page, hint, hint, I am telling you to do that. So just send an email out to your client base and ask them to do that. Next, take a little sip of water here. I'm going to give you my super cheap way to get in front of thousands of people really fast. I don't care where you live, in a condo, in an apartment, in a big city, a little city, in Singapore, in the US, it doesn't matter. People that are going to buy from you live in all kinds of places just like that. And many people live in condos and apartments and things like that that are governed by something called homeowners associations, or HOAs. I know about this because I live in a condo in Mexico and I live in a condo in New Jersey. Here I'm in my house today. Now, HOAs, typically homeowner associations, have some kind of a digital newsletter or a printed newsletter that goes to every address in their building. And a lot of them look for sponsorships in their newsletters because they want to cover the costs of the mailing. Okay. So, I pay for one. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about here, Alexi. Okay. So I want to get in front of hundreds of families, hundreds of people for little cost. So I say to the HOA, let's say they have around 300 apartments or homes or whatever. I say, I'll give you $50. Right now they're getting paid some of their postage. So how do you find this? Go to Google and type in homeowners association in whatever city you live in, homeowners association, Ventnor, New Jersey, for example. Or you can type in residential management and then your city, residential management, North Wales, Pennsylvania. Okay. And what'll come back from Google is a list of all of the management companies in your area. Very simple. You start by going to their websites and you fill out a contact form. So I'll say something like, hey, good afternoon. I'm a local business consultant. I'm trying to get the word out about my consulting services. And I know that many HOAs have print newsletters and they send out updates or email updates. And I was wondering if you would allow a consultant like me to sponsor one of your newsletters. Oh, excellent, Valerie. Good. And then I say, it would be a really simple description of my consulting services with a link to, and it would either go to Modern Coaching Method or facebook.com/Heartrepreneur Terry Levine. I'd love to partner with you. Let me know. Okay. Super simple. What a great use of 30 minutes. You do the little bit of research or have a VA do it. You send it out. You could send out dozens of Facebook messages or fill out contact forms with emails like these. And in our experience doing this, within a day, we have at least 3 positive responses. Now we get our Facebook business page in front of thousands of people, dirt cheap and fast, or my consumer awareness guide, which is my lead magnet, or the Modern Coaching Method, moderncoachingmethod.com, which is my masterclass. So here's the beauty. Facebook gets you to see other people's profiles. So I can also screen any of the people that respond to see if I dig them or not. One more tactic I have to share this. It's a 30-second tactic for more Facebook traffic. I don't want to be rude. This is so obvious, and I almost forgot to include it, and it just came up for me. Do you participate in any local forums, any Facebook groups? Clearly you're in a group here. Social clubs. Okay, if you do, make sure you have a link to your Facebook page and your consumer awareness guide or your automated webinar, your landing page, your website in your signature, in your forum signature, okay? And also have it in your email signature. Now, when I do business diagnostics, I find that business owners haven't even taken this basic step. And by the way, if you have staff, did they take that step also? Ask them to do the same. Real quick, before I teach you the last strategy, if you want to work with me on your business growth, go to moderncoachingmethod.com and book a call. Okay. Now I want to talk about, I couldn't figure out how to language this, so I'm going to call it aggressive friendliness. I was thinking about another way of saying it, and I just couldn't come up with it. So what is aggressive friendliness? Well, this is a Facebook strategy. People have a lot of different, thank you, Velma, there's the link, and then we can have a call on how to use Facebook. So some people, like my wonderful and amazing husband, he is intensely private. And he's not comfortable with even taking on Facebook friends. He like screens everybody. He has a handful of friends. And others will take on people they met at a party 5 years ago, right? So if you tend towards privacy, if you're more like the wonderful Mark Levine, I'm going to make a bold suggestion. We are business owners. You, like me, are a business owner, and you must set aside your personal preference. You must be aggressively friendly on Facebook. Now, what do I mean by that? Add anyone and everyone you know. Really listen to me on this. From your neighborhood, your church, your clubs, your organizations, community groups, your spiritual practice, your other business leaders, civic leaders, insurance people, whoever it is in your world, add them all. Now, I'm not recommending that you give up your privacy. I want to make this really clear, okay? Go back to that list technique that I taught a little bit earlier. And whenever you add someone, put them on a more restrictive list. And so they won't see everything that you post. And about once or twice a month, share a post from your business page to your personal page. And that way everyone will see it, even these local people. Facebook allows you for free to advertise to these people, and people don't do it. Now, let me tell you honestly, the only reason I have a Facebook profile is for business. I only put information on there relevant to my business. So again, if you're concerned about privacy, or you're like, oh, I can't stand social media, you can do what I do. I only engage in topics that have to do with my business. I block people, I mute people who are talking about things that don't resonate, right now, coronavirus, masks, politics, whatever. Or I even get rid of people who post things that are distasteful to me. It's my page, okay? So don't miss opportunities. I said this earlier, to highlight your clients. Use Facebook to highlight your clients. If you're hosting a mastermind, a telesummit, a seminar, then take pictures and ask your clients, can I put photos up there from the event? Can I put photos or videos of you up there from the event, right? Have them sign a form that gives you permission to do that. I do this all the time. And that's a big opportunity to get your Facebook business page in front of a lot of people. You can even set a tripod in the back of the room and videotape the whole event. Get back home, upload everything. Then send an email to all your clients involved and ask them, would you be willing to tag the photos, to share the photos or the videos? Put it on their walls. It goes in their news feeds. That's instant advertising in front of their audience. Even better, take pictures or videos about your client family members talking about how valuable your service or product or event was, okay? Now, I want to teach you how to set up your Facebook button, because I've been looking at my clients' pages and they're wrong, so yours might be wrong too. So, Facebook is better than a website. Facebook has a contact me button. So Facebook will have a call to action when you log in. It'll say like create call to action, liked message. You're going to go to the create call to action. And you can go to mine and you will see it has a call to action. And then it will say edit call to action button. And simply choose the contact us button and place a link to either your website, landing page form, or in my case, I'd use the application at moderncoachingmethod.com. If you don't have a contact form or a website, choose a different button, and that button would be send a message. And then people would be encouraged to send you a message through Messenger. Landing pages are more important than websites. A landing page, just like the sample at moderncoachingmethod.com, model it, is designed for the sole purpose of getting someone to enter their address or contact you. Okay. At the beginning, I mentioned, we have hundreds of people contact us through that page, hundreds through the form. So when you go to Modern Coaching Method, look how we set it up. Look at the call to action. If you don't have a landing page, look at how we use my main website to do the same thing, and that's heartrepreneur.com. Now, if you do this, you're literally pressing that gas pedal on the strategies that I have shared with you so far. I have a few more. For instance, if you remember, the first tactic I gave you was creating a pinned post on your Facebook business page. You could create a really nice call to action, which I have. Go look at Heartrepreneur Terry Levine with a link to where I want them to go. And any prospect that then checks out your page could enter more details, right? So again, you want to see these things, go over to moderncoachingmethod.com, and it's all in action for you there. One final marketing tip. I don't want you to miss important updates. I am definitely a marketing nerd. I come live to this group every single week at 2 p.m. Eastern. I give you tips, tools. There are downloads in the file section in Heartrepreneurs with Terry Levine, special reports, templates, checklists, information, PowerPoints, all kinds of things. So friend request me at the Terry Levine. Follow my page at Heartrepreneur Terry Levine. Connect with me on Instagram at Mentor Terry. Okay. Now it's time for you to take action. Okay, let me explain. I have given you a ton of tactics here in this live. Don't forget to actually use them. Okay. Smart people learn. Successful people do. Don't forget to comment checklist below if you want the checklist, and then I will make sure that I get that over to you. Let me go through a third bonus, which is paid traffic from Facebook ads. I don't know who said this. However, it's a quote that I've often used, and I heard it somewhere, so pardon me for not giving attribution. An idea is a dream. Execution is a business. So let's talk about expanding your reach. How many requests per year would you need to keep your business full with clients? Most of my clients hover between 90 to 100 people a year. Some, can't do maximum of 100. Now you might go, how do they have that many people? Well, I teach people to do group work and have a life, right? And like every other business, they'll experience some turnover. So they'll need to replace those clients with new clients. Now, at this point in my career, I've worked with well over 6,000 businesses as a business consultant and coach. Every business that comes to me needs more leads every year. And as your needs for leads increases, you need to expand the number of places that you advertise. So if you're a smaller business or a startup, free methods will keep your business full. The things I've already taught you. It's definitely true if you are conscientious about projecting a positive client-focused image. Fill your social media profiles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, with positive pictures of clients succeeding. If you have a larger business, what I taught earlier is a starting point. Now you would consider investing in paid ads. And with a steady stream of leads coming in, then you'd be able to increase your rates. So I'm going to go through something very quickly that nobody teaches. If you're serious about getting started in paid advertising, there's two places you must begin. One is Facebook Ad Network. Just Google that. I'm not going to do a tutorial. Facebook Ad Network teaches you how to use Facebook ads. And two is Google Ads. Okay, Google Ads. And again, just do a YouTube or search or whatever. Here's what the problem is. Audiences have gotten what I call blindness on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. in-network ads. They don't respond. They used to, and now they stop responding because so many people are doing ads. Let me tell you how to run an easy ad campaign for $1 a day. That's all you want to spend, $1 a day to get a lead. If you think, oh, this doesn't pertain to me, or I'm going to skip this section, or advertising is too hard, no, stay here. I still advertise on Facebook. Some of you probably see my ads, and I teach clients sophisticated ways of getting clients directly through Facebook. So here's how you can get started. I call this the Megaphone Strategy. We've talked about creating your own story. You want your own story to go big. So by now, you know that advertising a business like ours is about telling a story. For most of this live, I've actually talked to you about telling your story to current clients, demonstrating your value, showing that you have successful clients, telling your story to prospective clients, getting the word out in Facebook groups, optimizing by now your Facebook business page, call to action buttons, pinned posts, links to landing pages, contact forms. So if this is true, when you get those things done, then it's time to up your game with Facebook ads. And I need you to realize something. When you use Facebook ads, you're simply telling your story again, but now with a megaphone. There is nothing different about the strategy. It's just that you're now paying Facebook to get in front of a lot more people. Please keep this in mind. Businesses waste thousands a year on advertising and paying expensive Facebook marketing companies and ad agencies that, in my experience, suck. I'm being honest. Okay, even ones that were referred to me suck. So if you're using those and they're doing a bunch of clever slogans and all of this kind of stuff, it simply doesn't work. And it's not what you want to be using. It's not what makes sense, and you're wasting more money, and I'm not about wasting money. So first, you're going to use what I call the likes strategy. And my goal here is just getting you started with ads. In this strategy, all you're going to do is promote your page. You're inviting prospects to like your business page, okay? If you want to know how to set up a likes campaign, just Google Facebook likes campaign. But let me tell you the benefits. Once a business owner joins your page, or once a prospective client joins their page, they're yours. What do I mean by that? You don't have to pay Facebook anymore to get them to see your post. It'll naturally show in their newsfeed. Very efficient. Number two, which page on Facebook looks more credible? Yours that maybe has 100 followers, or mine that has 25,000 followers? Well, the answer is kind of obvious. If you want more social proof, you're going to use this likes strategy. The more fans you have on Facebook, the more likely it is that a visitor to your page already knows someone that likes your page, because Facebook will say to a new visitor, hey, Velma and Regina and so have also liked this page. Well, it gives instant credibility. And even though Facebook is decreasing the reach for business pages, fan pages like mine that have over 10,000 likes, we don't suffer as much, okay? Smaller pages with under 10,000 do not see your posts a lot. So my recommendation is that you follow what I'm teaching for likes and you do it yourself. One more quick thought on ads. Several years ago, I got my start in Facebook ads. I paid several $100s and I took an online video course. And in the past few years, I have spent thousands of dollars on Facebook ads for my own business, as well as ads I've done for other coaches, consultants, therapists, healthcare professionals, content creators, internet marketers, and more. That experience that I have had is invaluable. Why? Doing is better than knowing. So my best recommendation is you start doing now. Get rid of ad agencies, okay? I barely scratched the surface here. I don't want to keep you much longer. There are additional strategies, including creating original graphics, enticing people to sign up directly from the news feed, and they do require a more skillful touch. So if you want help with these advanced strategies, go to Modern Coaching Method and just fill out the schedule a chat button. Now, I don't know who said this. I was told it was a Roman philosopher, and I copied and pasted it because I liked it. It's not because things are difficult that we do not venture. It is because we dare not venture that they are difficult, I really thought that was cool. So let me summarize what was discussed in this live and give you the next action. In part 1, you learned how to effectively market with integrity. You learned how to use Facebook and your landing pages and your website to tell a story about your business. You learned, oh, awesome, Regina, how to set up a Facebook page that adds value to current clients and to prospective clients. You created a valuable asset by having a unique and unusual strategy for your Facebook page. Part 2, you learned several ways to get valuable assets in front of potential customers on Facebook. And I gave you free and low-cost methods. And they weren't just random tactics or helpful tips. They were connected to the strategy I taught in part 1. And then in part 3, I taught you how to get started with Facebook ads by paying a tiny bit of money, extending your reach, getting your business in front of thousands of prospects in a few days. I have a final thought that I do want to share with you. Don't let this live just be your intellectual entertainment. If you only put into effect part 1 of this guide, you'll be doing better than 90% of the entrepreneurs out there. You'll attract higher quality clients and you'll attract more of them and you will stand out. It may feel a little bit scary and unusual at first. You may even feel a little bit foolish and uncomfortable. That is exactly how a new client of yours feels the first day they come to your program or to my program, right? Yeah, this is a watch several times. Because you are in the business of providing transformation to clients, you need to take the role of the learner again. You need to experience the same fear and frustration that your clients experience. Put yourselves in their position, because then you'll develop a greater empathy and understanding of your clients. And by doing this, you will become the best person and the best transformation teacher that you can be. And that is just a wonderful gift for your clients. Let me finish with something very important. I said earlier that I have helped over 6,000 businesses grow their client base. Is it your turn? What do you want to do? Is it increasing the size of your company? Is it raising your rates? Is it starting your business? Is it starting a high-paying group program? Is it decreasing your work hours and increasing your income? I've helped business owners do all of that and a heck of a lot more. I grew a clients group program from 7 people to 200 clients in 1 year. I have a client family member who signed up 56 people in their program in 12 weeks on a budget of $600. I've helped over 2,900 small businesses double or triple their revenue in less than a year. Big companies have hired me. I'm their strategic advisor. My team comes in and does marketing for them. I help businesses grow, period. That's what I do. If you are in the business of transformation and you want an incredible career, a premium income, a business that attracts your perfect clients every month like clockwork, go to moderncoachingmethod.com, click the schedule a call, and let's have a conversation. One conversation can bring a breakthrough to your business, more visibility in your area, in your niche. No more invisibility, no more starving for clients, no more wondering what's next. Go to moderncoachingmethod.com, fill out the application now. And my final word is, I'm here in this group to create value. Holy gosh, I've been here an hour and a half. Would you do me a favor and invite like-minded people to our community and tell them how much value they get? Go to Heartrepreneur. Don't forget, facebook.com/Heartrepreneur Terry Levine. Like the page. Let's be connected even deeper. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern with a special guest. You'll hear more soon. Bye now.